You know, for most associations, that big annual conference is everything. It's the main event. But what about the other 362 days of the year? Today we're going to break down, step by step, how to build a really powerful online learning program that delivers value all year long.
So here's the big question, right? The one that probably keeps association leaders up at night. Is all your member value packed into just a few big events, or are you a constant, valuable presence in their professional lives? Let's talk about how to bridge that gap.
Well, the answer is something that's gone from being a nice-to-have to an absolute must-have: online learning. This isn't a side project anymore. It's a core strategy for staying relevant, keeping your members, and even boosting revenue.
All right, so here's our game plan. We'll start with the why. Why online learning is so important right now. Then we'll walk through a 5-step playbook, all the way from figuring out what your members want to launching and constantly making your program better. Let's dive in.
Okay, first things first. Let's establish the why. This isn't just another item to add to your to-do list. We're talking about a strategy that's pretty much non-negotiable for growth and survival in today's world. So why is it non-negotiable? Because the numbers speak for themselves. Almost half of all associations that have online learning programs say they've seen a real boost in revenue. We're talking non-dues revenue and in member engagement. It's one of those rare strategies that actually pays for itself by making the whole organization stronger.
So, where on earth do you begin? You start with the most important step of all, understanding your members. If you get this part right, you've built a rock-solid foundation. But if you get it wrong, the whole thing can just crumble. The biggest mistake you can make is just assuming you know what your members need.
Before you write a single piece of content, before you even look at any technology, your entire strategy has to be built around the answer to one simple but incredibly powerful question.
And here it is. What do your members actually need to learn? Not what you think they need. The whole goal here is to pinpoint the exact skills or knowledge that will help them get that next promotion, solve a tough problem at work, or just move their career forward. This is what it's all about. So how do you find the answer? Well, you have to ask and you have to analyze. Send out surveys, run some focus groups, and actually listen to what they're saying. Dig into your member data. You know, are they new to the field and need the basics, or are they seasoned pros looking for advanced strategies? And of course, keep your finger on the pulse of your industry to make sure your content is fresh and relevant.
Okay, so you know what you need to teach. Now, the next question is, how are you going to deliver it? Step 2 is all about picking the right technology, which is basically the digital home for your learning program. For most organizations, the heart of this is a learning management system, or an LMS. The easiest way to think about it is like a central hub or a digital campus for all of your educational stuff. It's the software that holds your courses, signs people up, and tracks how they're doing. Now, I know choosing an LMS can feel a bit daunting, but you can really narrow it down by focusing on these 5 areas. And while all of them are important, pay extra close attention to AMS integration and user experience. Seriously, a system that doesn't talk to your member database or is a pain to use is just going to cause massive headaches for everyone, no matter what other bells and whistles it has. You've got your strategy, you've got your tech. Now we're at the most important part, the content. This really is the heart of your program, because we all know that even the most amazing technology can't save bad, boring content. So to make truly great content, you have to understand this one key difference. There's passive learning, you know, like just watching a lecture or reading text. It's easy, sure, but how much of it really sticks? The real goal is active learning, where your members are actually doing things, taking quizzes, joining discussions, working through real-world problems. That's where the magic happens.
So how do you do it? Well, first, tap into the incredible experts you already have inside your own membership. Their knowledge gives you instant credibility. Second, mix things up. Use a combination of videos, downloadable guides, and quizzes to keep things interesting. And finally, build in interactivity every chance you get. Things like quick knowledge checks or discussion forums make a huge difference.
Okay, your amazing content is all ready to go. But let's be real, a brilliant program that nobody knows about is a failure. So, step 4 is all about the launch, creating some buzz and getting people excited to participate from day one.
You really need to think about your launch like a full-on campaign. You want to push the message out everywhere, targeted emails, the front page of your website, social media. You also want to pull new people in by making sure your pages show up in search results. And maybe most importantly, make it super easy for people to get started.
A simple user guide can work wonders.
And finally, just remember that the launch is only the beginning. It's not the finish line. The absolute best programs are never really done. Step 5 is all about creating a constant feedback loop so you can evaluate, improve, and make sure your program stays valuable for years to come.
First off, you have to track your completion rates. This number tells a very simple story. Are people finishing what they start? If you see a low completion rate, that's a huge red flag that your content probably isn't engaging enough.
Second, you've got to watch your enrollment numbers. Think of this as your built-in market research. The topics that get the most signups are basically your members shouting, "We want more of this." It's the clearest roadmap you'll ever get for what to build next.
It really all comes together in this simple but incredibly powerful cycle. You track the data, you gather feedback directly from your learners, you use what you find to make your content better, and then you do it all over again. This is how you make sure your program never gets stale.
You know, this quote just perfectly captures the ultimate goal. A great program does more than just teach things, it actually strengthens that connection, that bond between your members and your association. You're not just building courses, you're building loyalty.
So, we'll end with this. The need for professional growth is always there. Your members are ready, they're eager to learn and advance their careers. The only question left is your association ready to meet that need and start building?